Margaret Curran.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and may I, of course, thank the Secretary of State for prior sight of the statement before the announcement in the House this afternoon. Mr Speaker, as a consequence of the result of the Scottish elections in May, we accept the SNP have a clear mandate to ask the people of Scotland whether they want to remain part of the United Kingdom or not. There is absolutely no doubt that this referendum will take place, and what we now must do across all political parties is work together to make sure that the referendum is fair and legal and commands the complete authority of the Scottish people. However, in light of the statement from the Secretary of State, we have some further questions and concerns that I hope he can address in response this afternoon. Can I begin by asking the Secretary of State if he can indicate how he plans to take forward his proposals and the consultation for the Section 30 order and how he wishes to see that move forward? Secondly, without publishing any of their own legal advice, the Scottish Government is apparently contesting the authority of the legal advice held by the Secretary of State, as I understand it. What assurances can the Secretary of State give the Scottish people that the advice he holds rests on a sound foundation, a foundation that is robust and authoritative on this issue? And to ensure maximum transparency, does he plan to publish his legal advice, and would he recommend that the Scottish Government do the same? Thirdly, Scottish Labour is clear that any question on separation must be a straight yes or no choice. We therefore welcome the acknowledgement yesterday by the Deputy First Minister of Scotland, of the Scottish Government, that this is also the preference of the Scottish National Party. Can the Secretary of State confirm that this is also the position of the coalition parties? If so, it is important to recognise that we now have a situation in Scotland where all four major political parties are in agreement that there should be a straight choice of a yes-no referendum, and that's a very significant development. Fourthly, can the Secretary of State confirm today with absolute clarity whether the UK Government supports the involvement of the Electoral Commission in any conduct of the referendum? The Electoral Commission has overseen referendums in Wales and the rest of the United Kingdom this very year. The Electoral Commission has the highest level of confidence and respect to deal with the oversight of this referendum as a non-partisan arbiter, and we are of the opinion that it is the body best placed to oversee the referendum. And I wonder if the Secretary of State shares that view. Finally, can the Secretary of State confirm to this House who in government is leading on this consultation? Is it the Secretary of State, or is it perhaps the Chancellor? I'm afraid that the UK Government appears to have sent out the wrong signal by having the Chancellor, rather than the Secretary of State for Scotland, lead on this vitally important Scottish issue in the Cabinet. So can the Secretary of State confirm to the House today which Minister will lead this consultation going forward? Mr Speaker, as the First Minister asserted last May, the sooner the vote on the future of Scotland is held, the better. Scotland's economy is flatlining. 1 in 4 young Scottish men are out of work. Today we are told that Scotland faces record levels of child and family poverty. What we cannot afford to do is to spend the next 4 years obsessing about the process of a referendum. The time is now for parties to work together, get on with the debate, get on with the decision as to where Scotland's best future lies. In conclusion, Mr Speaker, the Scottish people face a momentous decision in this referendum. What Labour will not do is sit back and support a process that turns into a petty fight between the two things Scotland rejects: separation and the Tories. Scotland deserves better. Scotland deserves better than politicians bickering on the process of this issue. We must now move as quickly as possible onto a debate of substance that puts Scotland's people and the Scottish interests first.
State.